Welcome to our first live stream of June. Boy, I'm glad to be back to normal. See? La 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 la. See? I'm glad to be back to normal. Let me go ahead and give a couple friends the link. Now, unfortunately, our friend Brandon, aka Chalk Zone Fan 2009, he's not gonna be on here anymore, unfortunately. Neither will the other streams from the other friends. Why? Because, of course, we had a bunch because of the incidents on Eric's streams. I give Aston the link. Yep, you guys, I've finally admitted my wrongdoings, and now I'm back to normal. And here I am, live streaming. I just hope everyone forgave me while I was gone. When you cause a because there's one thing you gotta understand. When you cause a problem, here's what you should do. First you say you're sorry, then you help to fix it too. Who the heck is Pepsi and Coca-Cola fan? Who the heck are you? Yeah, by the way, I did return to normal, as you might know, to that person in the comments. If you're watching this live stream, Eric, what is a fan base? Because I shared your community post from your other channel, and I don't even know what that even is. Sorry about that, you guys. Now I'm just doing is waiting for the others for Aston. Hey, get off the screen now. Uh, this is weird. A bunch of my friends are leaving, are no longer joining a bunch of other of our streams. We had Brandon. Brandon's no longer joining Cameron's, unfortunately, but Brandon's no longer joining any of our live streams. He told me on Google Chat, unfortunately, so I decided to tell Cameron. If you're watching the stream, Cameron, you can still be on mine. I'll still chat with you, Brandon. Oh, Eric shared my post. He's probably not going to join in my stream anymore. Brandon's not going to join either. I'm pretty sure they still forgave me, though. Darn, a bunch of people are leaving each other's streams. A bunch of us are leaving each other's streams. However, Eric, I'm still going to be on yours. Oh, Aston's joining. Yep, Aston, you heard the news. I'm back to normal. Hate this glitch. Every time it does this. But it'll disappear in a few seconds. The other one will disappear in a few seconds. Wait, why isn't it disappearing? Oh, there we go. But yep, if you guys heard the news on my channel, I'm back to normal. Probably makes. I don't get this. Alexa hasn't even live streamed since January. And Eric said he was leaving her stream when she hasn't even live streamed since Martin Luther King Jr. Day this past year. She hasn't even live streamed for almost the entire year. Probably because she's been on more our streams more. Oh, and speaking of that, if she's not working, there. Um, it's Pepsi and Coca-Cola fan. It's probably best if you not swear in the comments because the swearing was what made me do that thing to Lucifer on Cameron's stream, which I don't want to talk about. Well, she was active on YouTube 39 minutes ago. She shared a community post. She was active earlier today. She might be working, I'd say. Not everyone can be on live streams at the same time. Let me see if Cameron unblocked me on Facebook. Huh. I guess not. Yeah. I guess not. Guess he hasn't even seen the community post that I've admitted my wrongdoings yet. Or the video. I think he's the only one. I think he's one of them that hasn't even seen it yet. Wonder why Ashton hasn't came back yet. I wonder where Ashton is. I guess in the meantime, I guess I'll go back on my phone. Yeah, I'm glad to be back to normal. I've went through a bunch of racket for like 3 weeks now. Oh, Aston's back. Yep, Aston, you heard the news? I'm back to normal. See? Yep. But unfortunately, Brandon and Eric won't be on here anymore. But however, Alexa and Tyler might be. You were watching the stream when that happened? That going. Oh, 4 o'clock alarm. Gotta go get my meds. I need to refresh the page. Sorry, glitched out on me. There's gonna be one change. I hate it when this happens. Darn it. Hate it when this thing happens. It'll go away eventually. The glitch happens all the time. Ah, there we go. But yeah, Aston, there's gonna be one change. Lucifer, I'm gonna be nice to Lucifer this time to fix up what I did to him on camera and stream, if Cameron ever forgives me. So Eric forgave me, but I'm not sure if Brandon did. No way, he actually did. He spoke to me. He actually hearted my comment as well when I messed with on when I commented on one of his posts on his other channel, the one where he was no longer joining Cameron and Alexa streams. Which, in fact, Alexa has not even streamed since Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I guess this implies he might have unblocked me since he might have seen my video of me admitting my wrongdoings. Because remember, when you cause a problem, here's what you should do. First, you say you're sorry, then you help to fix it too. But now it's back after 3 weeks. It's returned, Aston. What? What are you talking about, Mama? Oh, but yep. I guess maybe taking a break could have probably been, I guess probably taking a break might have helped me fix myself up. And I guess the Kyle Ann song about causing problems might have worked too. And since I remembered that song and the song about feeling mad because whenever at the night after the incident happened on camera stream, there was actually a fight on Brandon's Discord server. And I remembered when you feel too mad, the first thing you do is calm down. No joke. There actually was a fight on Brandon's Discord server the night after what I did on Cameron's stream. No joke. There actually was. I should have screen recorded it and sent it to you. No joke. There was one in the voice record in the voice call section. Wow Clifford was there, Zanman was there, I was there, Nifty 975 was there, Alexis M was there, Brandon was there. What? I'll be right there. What is going on? Hold on. What is that? On a screen. Sorry, gotta put some shorts on. There we go. Just remember, you all, to everyone watching the stream, if something like you, if any of you end up in a situation like me, when you feel so about what the fight on Brandon's Discord server, I was there. Nifty 975 was there. Zanman was there. Wow Wow Clifford was there. Brandon was there. Baby Jaguar was there. Yeah, everyone was going crazy. And Zanman even flipped me off in the chat. And I literally had to go, and I literally had to ask, and I literally yelled at him, and I literally had to say his real name for that because of how mad I was. No, I do not. This happened like 3 weeks ago. Oh, and Alexis M was there too. Not Alexa, Alexis M. No, not the fight. It wasn't the fight. No, I never showed the fight. I should have screen recorded it. I only mentioned it on a video. It was really bad there. But just remember, guys, when you cause a problem, here's what you should do. First, you say you're sorry, then you help to fix it too. Now, no one was screaming, but everyone was mad and fighting and stuff. No, it's not because of a stream. It's because of Lucifer exposing the clip of what I did. But it's a good, but I bet Lucifer will probably be nicer to me now since I admit it. Yeah, most of his videos are getting taken down now because of how they violated the guidelines. It started yesterday. No, wait, Tuesday. Either Tuesday or yesterday. Those videos were taken down because they violated the guidelines. But his final message video to me, where the one where he used the "I don't give a S word" song, that one he removed it himself. And probably because he probably might have knew I was starting to admit my wrongdoings. Probably might have knew. Could have probably may have been my mom. I I was asleep when that happened. I was asleep when that happened, Aston. When that one parent of mine commented. I don't know if it was my grandma. It could have been my mom. But it's over now, Aston, now that I've admitted my wrongdoings and turned back to normal. That would most likely be Brandon and Aston, and Brandon and Eric. That would be Brandon and Eric. I messed up on that one, Aston. I got confused. I get mixed up sometimes, depending on whoever's in the stream. Yeah, it would probably just be Brandon and Eric. If the others forgave me by now, if they saw the video, they might come back in. I'd say, but they probably might return. I'd say the others probably might return eventually. I'd say, don't you think? That's that's outdated because I've admitted my wrongdoings. Let me make a. I'm gonna make a community post of that right now. Yep, it's true, Aston. My channel and my live streams will not fade away. Well, it's great to have my friends back now, Aston. They may not be friends with me yet, but it would be. But it's great to have them back. Partially, some of them, but not all. Things are starting to turn back to normal. Actually, Aston, I like my own community. I give my own community posts a like. You can like your own community posts and videos too. It would work for yours too, I'd say. It works for any channel. You see this, Aston? I made a community post recently, and see that? I gave my own community post a like. Yeah, it's why my comments get a like so quickly as well. Because I'm the one that makes these. So that's the secret of how my channel gets on how the comments and the community posts and the videos get liked really quickly after I post them. Hold on, let me check. Oh, better tell Rocco. There we go. What? Another post? No, that one sound. Oh, I thought you were talking about that sound. I'm from my phone. The last community post I made was like 3 minutes ago. Yeah, because now that I'm back to normal, it would be great if Alexa, Tyler, and Cameron would come back. Is because they were the ones that also made these live streams colorful. Yeah, didn't you see me? Sorry, browser crashed on me, and this glitch happens. The glitch happens. It'll go away eventually. It should go away. It's the blank text on the top left should disappear any moment now. Yep, it happens. It's a glitch, Aston. The computer crashed on me, and that's why. I better tell Lucifer I admitted my wrongdoings and see if he'll believe me on this one. Not too sure what he'll actually say. There we go. Not sure what Lucifer will say about that. But I'm going to go ahead and unblock him anyway. Oh, wait. I never blocked him from my channel. So, I guess if he's watching the live stream, he'll realize I'm being nice again. And if he pops in, I'll probably say hello to him. In the comments to do the right thing this time, not the racist thing. Like what happened on Cameron's stream. By the way, if you're wondering how I made this, the profile picture, I made it on PowerPoint back in 2021. I think 4 months after I created my channel. I think 4 months after I created it. Yeah, I made it on my Windows 10 computer before I got this Windows 11. I was like 13. That was like 5 years ago. That was the same year I created the channel. Don't you remember? I created the channel in April of 2021. Yeah, all I basically did for the profile picture, Aston, was basically just take a, a picture, the picture of the Moose and Z house from the Candy Cane song, and the Nick Jr. logo, and put a bunch of characters on it. This and the only reason the Molly of Denali characters on it, this was back when I thought Molly of Denali was on Nick Jr. Based from one video I saw. It was from a video I saw, Aston. I was acting like an alternate universe. Luckily, I do not do that anymore. Fan made in virtual reality, fan made in reality, real in the alternate universes. Fan made in slash fake in reality, real in alternate universes, and probably other countries. Like Fairly Odd Parents. In the US, they aired on the Nickelodeon channels, but in other countries, they aired on Disney XD. Those decided to make them as a joke. Partially act like an alternate universe back then, but not now. Since I'm an adult, I'm not a kid anymore. Can I stay with you? What? Can I stay with you? Please. Of course. Really? No. Please, I don't want to go back there. You know what it's like to be considered a freak. Well, maybe you do, but that's why we gotta stick together. You gotta let me stay. Please, please. Okay, okay. But one night only. See, I told you I'm back to normal. Told you I'm back to normal, Aston. But please note, I'm not dealing with any more 6-7 jokes because last night on Spongie's Minecraft live stream, we were doing a house thing, what type of house it was, and I accidentally decided it to be a 6-7 house. And but then later on, when someone else was joining, he wanted to backstage me, and that was when he removed me and banned me from the studio. And that was when he decided to cut ties with me. Just hope he forgave me if he saw the. Just hope he forgave me if he saw my video of me admitting my wrongdoings. Because I really hope he did. No joke. If you watched his live stream, he actually said he would have. Let me go ahead and find it. Let me go ahead and find it. Let me head to my community post to get to his channel. I did share one of his community posts. I did share one of his live streams to teach Eric a lesson before I admitted my wrongdoings. This one. It's this one. The Minecraft stream, Hangout stream. Listen, this was happened an hour after. I'm gonna cut ties with him because I think it's not a bad because I think it's a bad idea to talk with him because he'll probably do something weird. And besides, 6-7 minutes getting repetitive, even though he already said it in the stream already. See what I'm talking about? No joke. I actually did say it. Let me go ahead and find the clip. The part here it is. It's gonna be that 6-7 house. See what I was talking about, Ashton? See, I was starting to get my funniness back, which meant I was admitting my wrongdoings. But that 6-7 part, that was totally wrong. Hope Spongy ever forgives me. Since he might, if he ever saw my video of me admitting my wrongdoings. Well, that was when that was when I didn't, that was when I was my bad, on my bad side, Aston, on my non-good Raven side. But now I'm on my back, but now I'm back on my good old Raven side. Hey Cameron, if you're watching the stream, I did admit my wrongdoings, by the way. Will you please forgive me? Whoa, what happens if you ruin a character's costume? This video was posted May 10th, 2026. Look at this. See what I'm talking about? If someone accidentally, that part where with Mickey as I think the leprechaun was hilarious. The part where he ripped the person ripping off Mickey's I think that's a leprechaun outfit or an elf outfit. Look at this one. Whoa, look at that one. That was the guy punching Mickey was hilarious. I guess the guy was probably inside. The person inside the costume was probably all right. The head probably protected him. Yeah, the guy. Yeah, the first one. If you ruined that one was the one where the guy rips off Mickey's weird. I think it was an elf costume. That one was the funniest. Oh, dinner's ready. Just set it on the desk. Yeah, if you're wondering how Mickey's eyes managed to blink and his mouth manages to move on that one part, it's this part right here. See? They do it by different parts. The first one is, I know how they do it, a mech, which is a device that the performer holds in the hand, Aston. If you could, it could be seen under in the character's elbow, but in the clothing. But nowadays they're hidden better. And pulling down a lever attached to one or two fingers, it opens the mouth and closes the eyelids. And most of the sometimes it's done by bite guards, which can open the mouth and close it at the same time. And what else? And most heads are made of rubber, so they come to life easily. The performer inside is still disabled from speaking. Instead, the character's voice is done by the voice actor backstage. For example, Brett Iwan for Mickey, Russie Taylor for Russie Taylor and Caitlin Robrock for Minnie, Bill Farmer for Goofy, Tony Anselmo for Donald, Jeff Bennett for Bugs Bunny and Daffy. No joke, they actually did have a talking Bugs and Daffy at this one Warner Brothers park. I'll show you. Ad. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, about the voice part, Jeff Bennett for Bugs and Daffy, Paul Christie for Moose. The voices make the characters' heads look realistic. But yeah, look at this. They do have a talk. It is a talking Bugs and Daffy. And sometimes Brett Iwan will even get inside the Mickey costume and do the voiceover himself, if you did not know that. If you're wondering how the voice is done without the voice actor inside the costume, it's done through a Bluetooth device. Jim Henson helped create the first performer character. Yeah, Jim Henson helped create the first performer based character in which the character could move the mouth, Aston. It was first seen on Welcome to Pooh Corner in 1983, and 2007 was the first year it could be seen at Disney parks and other parks. Not only that, they did it with they had a talking Moose and Z as well in that one commercial for that Moose and Z meet and greet commercial, where with the Moose and Z costume at the VRO event center. Look at that. Look at this part. Hold on. I don't think that part. I must have missed that part. Look, Moose is. Oh, I think we missed it. Stupid phone. Stupid camera. See that? We barely saw that. See that? Moose's mouth moved. But for some reason, the eyes did not. I think the costume was only made for the mouth to move and not the eyes. But however, I'm pretty sure they did have the talking moose at that center. But however, they probably still had the voice. I'm pretty sure Paul Christie was doing it backstage because he probably couldn't be in that costume because of how big it is and probably because of how his walking was back then. I hope I'm not making fun of him, but I was just saying. I mean, Paul Christie also does Stick Stickly and the car from Stroker and Hoop and Louie the Lizard from the Budweiser commercials and that ram from Brother Bear. No joke, Paul Christie actually did do the car from Stroker and Hoop. Remember when I showed you the clip on my live stream the other day? What do you mean? I'm Croak. Slap some bitters and a whistle tip on me and I'm good to go. Woohoo! Yeah. Told you I'm good at that. Paul Christie has used the Moose voice for almost every one of his characters except the Gold Rush narrator. That's the only time he has not used that's the only time he did not use the Moose voice for voice acting. All the other times he did use the Moose voice for all his other characters. I think the Moose voice is popular for him, so that could be why he used the Moose voice for all the characters he's done. For example, Louis the Lizard, the car from Stroker and Who, Stick Stickly, that ram from Brother Bear, Moose. Yeah. Okay, freeze the swamp. You guys can talk. Oh no. Oh no. Not not the no, not pornography. I'm not dealing with pornography mentions in the comments again. Just because I returned to being normal again and have admitted my wrongdoings, you guys, does not mean you should go back to mentioning pornography shows in the comments. There was this one user mentioning this one pornography show in the comments, which I'm not saying it, or else the live stream will get taken down. He also mentioned Wow Wow Wubsy and Bluey in that comment, which I hate Bluey, but I like Wubsy. Anyway, I'm gonna go grab me my dinner. Just remember, you guys, if I catch any one of you random pornography people mentioning that one pornography show in the comments, you'll be blocked. Why is Ray? I just also found out something else. What Eric? I just found out Eric also now hates someone else named Rachel, the Sesame Street Girl, 2001. All because she has tantrums on her community posts. I think she might have autism as well. Maybe that's why she has the tantrums. Only 2 tantrums on her community posts. Still there, Ashton? Ashton? Oh, good, you're still there. I saw you typing. So, yeah. Oh, Kawaii Mation, now known as TF Berry Mation, uploaded a video, some interesting things on YTV and Disney Channel Canada. Let's see. YTV has and seems like YTV, Treehouse, and Disney Channel are getting some changes. Disney Channel Canada, not the US. Hey Ashton, did you hear about the new Adventure Time series coming soon? Adventure Time Side Quest. No joke, they actually are. I'll show you. Look at this. This is not AI. It's actually real. See this? See that? Some reason it's going on Disney Plus for some reason. Adventure Time is not made was not made by Disney. Is not owned by Disney. It's owned by Frederator and Cartoon Network. They better bring back the Frederator Studios logo on this since it's going to be like a season 1, since it's going to be like the original season 1 of Adventure Time. I don't want. No, I do not want to see the Fred Films logo. I want to see the Frederator Studios logo return. Because I don't know why they stopped using the Frederator Studios logo. I don't know why Frederator Studios stopped using that logo and switched to the Fred Films logo. Yeah, I still don't know why Adventure Time is not why Frederator Studios stopped using the logo, all because Fred Seibert left. They could have still used the Predator logo. I mean, it probably made sense for Adventure Time to be a Predator show because most of the Predator shows were made by Nickelodeon, and Adventure Time was originally going to be a Nickelodeon show, but it got rejected all because that Nickelodeon thought it was too weird. Yeah, Adventure Time was the only Cartoon Network show Predator made. Oh yeah, Bravest Warriors too. I think isn't Bravest Warriors Predator? I'm talking about Cartoon Network. Aston. No, in for the U.S. Didn't Cartoon Network create Bravest Warriors? No, wait, Chorus did. Despite that, they never used the Cartoon Network logo. Yeah, yeah, that Predator logo Warriors use. That's the same one seen on first the first season and the first couple episodes of season 2 of Adventure Time, and the whole and Fanboy and Chum Chum. And that don't yeah. I'm surprised the Fairly Odd Parents never even bothered using it outside of the movies for some reason. Like that's crazy. They could have switched to the Predator Studios Jackhammer logo sometime during season 6 or no. I don't want to bring that meme up. They could have probably just started using the Predator Jackhammer logo around season 7 because they already changed. Now, I'm not, the on screen credits don't count. However, Chalk Zone and My Life as a Teenage Robot did it too on Nick Rewind. They're still doing that, Aston. Not only on Nick Pluto TV and Nicktoons, but apparently probably on other channels. Or probably licensing issues, I'd say. They probably lost the file to the Predator Incorporated logo, I'd say. Probably lost the file to the Predator Incorporated logo, I'd say. Not sure, but not sure why they use the jackhammer now. Like Fairly Odd Parents could have used it when they changed the Predator logo. Or probably, I think I remember you telling me something about them losing the rights to use the Frederator Incorporated logo in the on-screen credits for the older shows. I think I remember you telling me about that. Has anyone ever asked Nickelodeon or something? I'm not contacting Nickelodeon. They probably will not answer me. That's different, Aston. That's different. Although Nickelodeon is owned by Viacom, but it's different. And you know what else is weird? Not only did Fairly Odd Parents, not only does Fairly Odd Parents, Chalk Zone, My Life's a Teenage Robot, and Oh Yeah Cartoons use the Frederator Studios jackhammer in the on logo in the on-screen credits, but Back in the Barnyard uses the O Entertainment logo in the on-screen credits. Like, it's unknown why. But according to Rudy to Booty Fan 2005, probably because of licensing issues, they probably weren't allowed to show it. That's because I decided that's because they don't use the actual show does not use the O-Mation logo. That's different, Aston. Yeah, they used to have the O Entertainment logo in the split screen credits for Back in the Barnyard. But then they switched to the O-Mation logo. However, one time the O Entertainment logo played over the O-Mation logo, and the O did not say Mation. Yeah. Anyway, about that the O Entertainment logo being used on the on-screen credits for Back in the Barnyard. I believe I would definitely agree with Rudy to Booty fan 2005. Probably licensing issues, which they probably weren't allowed to show it, I'd say. However, Planet Sheen used the 2010 version for some reason. But if Back in the Barnyard used it on later air, if they managed to get the rights to the for Back in the Barnyard to use the O-Mation logo on the on-screen credits for later airings, they'd probably use the Planet Sheen Brian since they did not make the on-screen credits version of the they did not make an on-screen credits version of the 2007 logo. Just the 2010 version because Planet Sheen had that in the on-screen credits. And you know what else, Aston? The split screen credit airings of Hey Arnold. They use the Klaxki Tsupo airings on the 4.3 feed. But however, the widescreen feed, they had the correct logos. They probably fixed it right before they changed to Nick Splat, I'd say. Actually, they did that up until either 2006 or 2007. That was for the episode Wet Painters and Krusty Krab training video. They got the logos mixed up while editing the split screen credits and the TV schedule and the schedule for the day. So, and the airings. So that could be why. The TV airings are actually edited and put on TV, including the screen bugs. All they just do is take take a show in an episode of a show in like a video editor, create the screen bug, and then they just render it, and then they just like upload. And sometimes, whether it's normal credits or not, if they don't have normal credits, they just use on-screen credits. And then when they do that, they just render it and then they put it on TV. That's all. That's how the TV airings are made. However, sometimes some shows and movies have to be edited for reasons. Yeah, like, for example, take the Caillou episode, Big Brother Caillou, for example. On Cartoonito airings, they cut out the scene where Caillou pinches Rosie. They also, for some reason, they also cut out the scene where Boris asks Caillou to pass the diaper for some reason. It's actually true. Caillou's dad's name is actually Boris, according to the Caillou website. Same goes with his mom's name being Doris. What's wrong, Aston? You said, oh no, a few minutes ago. Oh. I was talking about when I was talking about the editing the TV episode airings and movies. Because sometimes they have to edit movies and episodes of TV shows and specials for reasons. Probably because of viewer discretion and for certain reasons. For example, racism, middle fingers, pornography, what else? Pinching, like on that Caillou episode. What else? Uh, what else? Um, what else? Toilet humor, and a bunch of them. Sometimes they ban the certain episodes of TV shows as well. And also because, also take the Lilo and Stitch movie, for example. Remember when Lilo hid in the dryer? It was either the washer or the dryer. Haven't you seen the movie? I'm talking about the original, the 2002 version. Yeah, when remember the scene where Lilo hid in the dryer? Well, on Disney Junior airings and the Disney Plus print, they replaced the dryer with a cabinet with a pizza box on the door because of safety. Because the dryer is not a safe place to hide. Yeah, especially a washer, because you'll get wet in there. Yeah. Only you won't burn in the dryer if it's not on, Aston. And also, speaking about that Lilo and Stitch movie we were talking about, it was actually going to be released before 9/11 happened, but apparently they had to change some scenes in the movie because of that. Like, for example, they literally hijacked an airplane. They went to the Leahy airport to catch Lilo and hijacked an airplane, but they replaced it with Jumba's spaceship, and instead of going through the city, they went through Hawaiian mountains. And remember when Stitch and Jumba played the hot potato with the gun? Instead of that, instead of that happening, Stitch filled the house up with toxic air gas from the oven, and Jumba shot it. And after the house exploded, there was a scene where Lilo's house was on fire with Lilo looking at it, but that part was cut out as well. 9/11 definitely changed a whole lot of movies. Yeah, if only, yeah, Lilo and Stitch was currently in production when 9/11 happened, due to it happening, they had to change some scenes. Like, for an example, the scene where they go and rescue Lilo from Gantu. The original version before 9/11 happened, they Jumba, Pleakley, Nani, and Stitch, when they ride on the motorcycle, they drive up to the Leahy airport and catch and Jumba throws Stitch on the wheel of an airplane that's about to take off, and Stitch goes in the airplane through the wheel and scares the pilots, and everyone goes out of the airplane, and they literally get in the airplane and hijack it. And then once that happens, the city buildings were also switched to Hawaiian Islands. No joke. They actually did. I'm only gonna play a. Why am I hearing a siren, Mama? Is that on TV? But anyway, this is no joke. I'm only gonna play short clips of the scene due to copyright by Disney. This was the original, Aston. I hope this don't get copyrighted by Disney. Look, this was the original. See, Stitch literally scares the pilots and scares everyone out of the airplane. And see what else? They literally did hijack the airplane. And you see that? And instead of going through the Hawaiian Islands, they go through a city. There were some parts that were cut from in the scene that weren't in the movie. Like, that was crazy. Like, hijacking an airplane just to rescue a kid. The reason they did, like, Pleakley in the movie, Pleakley said they did not have a spaceship, so that could possibly be why they hijacked an airplane. And also, do you remember when when Jumba attacked the house? Yeah, remember when Jumba threw that thing through the wall, which scared Pleakley? The the thing, the original one had like a bunch of weapons on it, but when they changed it after 9/11, it had like a bunch of things, bathroom materials. See, look, see, and oh, how are you getting tired, Aston? Of what? How are you getting tired? It's we've only been on here for like almost 2 hours. We can make it, Aston. But hey, we can probably do it. It's just us. We can probably do it. We can make it. We, I've done a live stream with just 2 people before. I don't know if I can get anyone else in here, but right now, but probably might try tomorrow. Either tomorrow or Saturday. Oh, Tyler says he's done with me. Tyler says he's done with me. Keep on mentioning me and stupid tab. Fudge. He's done with me. Keep on mentioning him and bothering me. He won't forgive me as much as he hates, but it'll be the last Eric Andre show reference. I bet I probably still have the others, though. Probably may not have Tyler anymore, but I probably at least I still have the others. They may not join, but at least I still have them. I don't know about that, Aspen. I'm not sure if who's going to join. I did send Alexa the link, but I don't know if she'll join because she may be working. May not have forgave me yet, but we'll find out. We'll find out later on. Well, if you really feel like if you really feel